What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Dustin at Daily Grind Fantasy here, bringing you this lovely live stream. We have some value across some of these apps. We're going to go through all of them. You guys know the drill. PrizePicks, Underdog, ParlayPlay, Fliff. Wherever we can find value, we are going to search for it. Let me know in the comments if the intro was a little bit quieter. I tried to turn it down just a tad bit. And then, yeah, I see some chatter. We're going to talk about how bad that slip we tailed yesterday chucked. That's my one slip of basically all yesterday. I tweeted out a million slips, put out slips here on stream. That was a bad slip. What do you want from me? It's a 5-leg parlay. It's a 5-leg parlay, and you're looking for it to easily cash. You were just hoping for it to easily cash. I think Lalo is right. You're not built for this. You might not be built for it. It is literally a 5-leg parlay. They're not all gonna hit. I had so many 2x cashes yesterday. It's insane, and I'm still waiting on some 2x, 1.5x because of some DMPs for PGA right now. It looks pretty solid. Just actually crazy. So got very unfortunate. Even the play, I Brandon Clark went over on a slip that I had, just barely. But the worst one was, I tweeted out last night, was freaking Ayton, man. Ayton ate me up. Over by like one fantasy score, less than one fantasy score, but whatever. Let's see. What it do? Yeah, Fluffy's got it. Hope you guys know that a slip is only going to go 5-5, like 5% time. Yeah, fair enough. Eyes on the prize, sir. We need Torque to get on base. Torque's already screwing up, huh? Big dog Torque. I haven't even been keeping up with that game, to be honest with you. So I don't even know what's going on. Let's see. Torkelson 0 for 2. Yeah, that's not going to cut it for the boys. Hopefully he turns it up. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and start jumping in. We addressed the shitty slip I gave out. Sure. I gave out a bunch of 2x winners on Twitter. I know 2x isn't what we're shooting for. That keeps the lights on. We're just going to keep playing, keep the process the same. Okay, Victor Scott over total bases. Got to get that one in. I think I might have already played this once. But with these odds, I might try and get it in real quick. So Victor Scott over. One-on-one comparison. I've already played Lugo. I don't want to overexpose to that. Dante DiVincenzo and De'Aaron Fox. I've already played that. Geez, there's really not that much outside of what I've already played. Jalen Johnson under rebounds. Jalen Johnson under rebounds. Fred VanVleet under fantasy score. Let me see what else we can maybe snag up here. Mayerin under headshots. I just hate these one-to-one comparisons necessarily. Like, I'd really rather have something with more data points. You know what? Let's go Paige Buchers. And really, it's not that great of a play. It's just the fact that one of these books have this at 5.5, so the market's kind of split a little bit, and hoping that it goes, the odds turn into our favor a tad. But Victor Scott is a really good play. I'm just trying to move a little quick. I want to make sure that we're getting that Victor Scott play in. I'm assuming, like, if I looked up right now, let me see. I went ahead and put it in the chat, by the way, the slip. Let me look up something. All right, so yeah, let me explain. This is what happens, right? Before, this play was sitting at, I think, close to like a 54% chance to hit earlier. Now, that was probably because in their prior games or something like that, he was batting later in the lineup. This lineup card comes out, and we see Scott is now leading off. When you're leading off in the MLB or in baseball, there is a better chance you get more at bats than maybe somebody that's batting 8th, right? Because as the game goes on, it could end somewhere in the middle as you're going through these innings, and these last few guys or whoever might not get as many at bats as maybe 1, 2, or 3. So Scott was announced leadoff batter, which then means that there might be an extra 1 or 2, at bats than what we were maybe thinking before. And now you see the sportsbooks adjust to this lineup news very, very quick. This play is minus 182 average odds between these 4 sportsbooks. Thus, PrizePicks, slow to adjust, has it still up on their board. We're able to take advantage of it. And we just got to play at minus 182 on the books at minus 119 in a 5 flex slip. So that can account. Like I said, Paige Buchers really isn't that great of a play. Nonetheless, it's still a really, really good slip. No. I would not play this anywhere else but PrizePicks or maybe one of these other DFS apps if they still have it up. And I'll explain why, right? 1 second. I just wanted to get a screenshot of that for maybe a later tweet, possibly. Let me explain why. Because the reason why there's an edge here is because we're getting it on PrizePicks at such a good number. Hang on. We're getting it at such a good number, right? Let's pretend it's a straight bet. And we bet $100 on this play at minus 119. Oops. Minus 119. We get $84.03 profit, right? Let's just pretend it's a straight bet. I know it's in a parlay, but it's giving our parlay a better chance to hit, right? Let's pretend that we're betting the same play at minus 182 on the sportsbooks. $54 in profit. So definitely worth betting it on PrizePicks as they're off. They're pricing it incorrectly as opposed to what the sportsbooks are posting it at. So if you're getting the same odds on the sportsbook that you want to play this on, you're not doing anything to help ensure that you're going to be profitable over the long term. Right? You want to see where you can get the best possible price, and that's going to help you be profitable. And our best possible price is at minus 119 on PrizePicks right now, meaning that these sportsbooks are giving it a favorable chance to hit, and then we just get it at a better price. He's off the board. Yeah, he probably is. He should have, that's what I'm saying. That's why DGF is so important and so clutch, is as soon as Victor Scott gets announced leadoff batter, those sportsbooks adjusted, you refresh the optimizer, if you have your notifications on, it pops to the top, right? Because PrizePicks still has it on the board, showing that it's a good plus EV play on PrizePicks. So we were able to get off that one slip at the moment. like we could build out some of these Valorant plays. A lot of them are the same teams. We're gonna go ahead. I think what we'll do is we'll jump around some of these other apps and then come back to PrizePicks as well. Remember, if you guys don't have access to DGF just yet, and you guys want to take advantage of what you just seen, this happens throughout the day, especially lineup news in the NBA, where players are announced out, ruled out, or now they're starting, and value changes, right? So getting those notifications via your email from our notification setup, or just refreshing the optimizer around those times, or whenever you can throughout the day, is huge advantage to getting in plays that are really good and have a high % chance to hit. Yeah, but if you don't have access, you want access, linked in the description of the live stream. You guys can go sign up right now and get access to this every day. Ooh, I'm assuming Herrera is out. We just had it up. I just closed out of it. Come on. So no, Herrera's batting fourth. I'm wondering. See, like I'd want more data points for this one here. Pablo Lopez over 5.5. Like would want more data points here. So as these sportsbooks start getting more lines posted, we'll see where these actually end up. I mean, as it stands right now, if you trust Bovada's line of 1.5 to go under, to go under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs at -170, take it, right? But some people, and it's up to you, and it depends. It's just that we are pulling every single possible thing that we can into these plays. You guys see that? You guys see that? You can also do that now yourself. The thing about DGF, right? It's to pull everything that the sportsbooks are giving us and these DFS apps are giving us into one place to conveniently be able to line shop and see all of this in the one place at one time in order to beat the bumps, right? Because if you were going to manually look at all these up, or even you wouldn't even know that these plays existed, right? If DGF wouldn't show it, or you just happen to randomly think about this one specific prop at that specific time. You know what I'm saying? Ivanov too. Yeah, it shouldn't be up there anyways. So somebody asked, what is a single in baseball? So a single in baseball is if you hit the ball, right? There's no error, there's no out, right? They don't get you out, and you just get to first base, the very first base that they run to, and you just stop there. If you were to hit it to the fence and you were able to get to the second base before they got the ball in, that'd be a double. If you got to the third base before they got the ball in or try to get you out, that'd be a triple. For those that are wondering. Ryan Weathers. It's a good play. Over 4.5 strikeouts right now. You can get Luka under 20. 35.5 points. Yeah, I'm going to go with Ryan Weathers. Over 4.5 strikeouts. And then I'll do this. Luka, we can get him. Oh, yeah, so they are going to let us sideline. So we can slide Luka's line up to 35.5. Guys, I get it. It's Luka. I understand that, right? But if you're telling me that I can get a prop at 35.5 points, right? That is currently that is currently set to 33.5, 32.5 across multiple different sports books, right? Some of them already favoring the under of 33.5. I could get it at 35.5, a three, like a 3 point discount. I'm gonna take it. I don't care if it's Luca. I don't care if it's Prime Tracy McGrady. If I can slide the line and get that, I will take it all day, right? And in order to get this play in, that's probably our best opportunity right now to get a good percent odds play to hit, as well as get in this Ryan Weathers play. That's a minus 116, and the average odds across the sports books is about minus 150. Yeah, FanDuel's at minus 122. So if you could bet on FanDuel and get a straight bet off at minus 122, probably a decent play. But we're getting at minus 116 here on ParlayPlay, and we were able to get in using our slide the line. Redbird. Get 4 bases, called a Little League home run. Yeah, we've already had at least one of those this season in the MLB. Mavs are playing the shitty Hawks. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. The sports books know that the Mavericks are playing the Hawks. The sports books know everything you think you know and can research. They have all of that. Multi-million-dollar algorithms and models and everything you can think of is already included in that. They are favoriting his under of 33.5 for a reason. Some of these books are bumping him down to 32.5 for a reason, right? Now, that's not to say he can't go over, right? Because he certainly can. It's just the simple fact that we are getting such a big discrepancy. So taking that over the long term, that discrepancy of 3 points to the under, when those sports books are already favoring the under of 33.5 and bumping it down to 32, that's where you're going to start being profitable over the long term. Line shopping, where can you get the best odds? Where can you get the best number? And go from there. Seems like Weathers might have been bumped. Let me check Fliff real quick. Let's see. So nothing really great on Fliff. Not really great there. I'm really shocked that this line has not been bumped. Unless there's some news that they're waiting on. I mean, that's really all we got here right now. Let me see. Does nobody... Let me manually look something up real quick. Hmm. All right. So I see that Pablo Lopez is on PrizePicks. So I wonder why it's not being pulled right now. Fluffy. It's going to be because what they're... So it takes into consideration multiple different things, right? But it also takes into consideration what those lines are at, right? Because if you add up their actual sportsbook line, it's higher than 6.5, if that makes sense. The actual projection, let's say. Have I messed with sleeper alt lines? No, have not messed with sleeper alt lines. My first judgment is probably going to be zero value in them. I'm sure maybe you can find them off every once in a while, like we do sometimes on sleeper, but they're just super sharp. I assume they're going to be super sharp on their alt lines as well. So I don't expect there to be much value there. All right. Something to look at here. Maybe not just yet, but do we want to get a little bit degen here? Do we want to get a little degen? Chat, do we feel like getting a little degen? It's a wild rat. Oh yeah, he just appeared in the chat. Thomas Jordan, there he is. Because we could try and read the future a little bit. Could come back to bite us. Odds could flip, could switch. But we could try and read the future a little bit. All right. So, if we're going to try and read the future, what we could do a little two-leg parlay and read the future. DraftKings is already moving their lineup. They were just at this was minus 110 here. DraftKings is the only one that's off along with Fliff here at minus 110. These other 4 books are all pretty in line at minus 130, minus 135, minus 140-ish. I'm assuming that DraftKings is probably off here, along with Fliff, when we have 4 other books like that. Or the other side is DraftKings could just be the first one to adjust to the news. But if we're going to go ahead and do it, let's just do it. Let's see. Ryan Weathers for the Cardinals, I believe. Hits allowed. Over. And then we're going to take also a swing at Joker over 12.5. Plus 250, a little parlay. Let's see. Hell yeah, we want the degen. Self, I'm going to answer your question in 1 second. But yeah, I just want to emphasize that this is a little degen because we don't know where these odds are going to end up. At the moment, like, there's slight value, right? If stuff trends in the direction that it looks like it is, where these sports books are going towards this minus 145 and even bumping it up to 13.5, then yeah, we're probably going to end up with some decent value getting this at minus 120 over 12.5. Ryan Weathers, if DraftKings is indeed off still and they're going to be adjusting towards this minus 130 like these other 4 sports books, we got good value at minus 110. We just don't know for sure, so we're taking a swing at it. Wait, we got a torque single? We got a torque single, baby? Hold on. Let torque cook. You did say there was 2 outs, though. It's not something I love to hear. I want to be able to... Never mind. I'm trying. I can't figure it out. I was trying to look and see if I could get it kind of up on the screen, not the actual game, but let's go. No outs, 2 on, and no outs. Oh, I read that wrong. We need Torque to score, but bro, we needed Torque. We need a stolen base by the man Torkelson. Can assure you he's probably not stealing that base, but we need it. We needed him to bat in that run. We needed him to get an RBI. All good. All good. How many data points should you be looking for? It's going to be up to you, right? That's where it depends on how much risk you want to take. Daniel Gafford on PrizePicks right now seems solid. It's going to be depending on how much risk you want to take, right? Because if you look here, this is just one-to-one comparison. If you don't want to middle them, right, which is probably the ideal way to go about it, middling over 24, under 26 on UD, right, gives yourself a little bit of a chance to win both bets. But if you don't want to do that, if there was if Hot Streak came, right, and put their line at 26.5, right, favoring the over, and this is at 26, it's probably clear that PrizePicks is off and you want to play it on PrizePicks. But when you have two books, you're not really sure who's off here, right? All these DFS apps set lines independently, so you want to be able to have each of their data points in order to make an educated guess, not an educated guess, but a pretty solid assumption that X book is wrong or right. Let's see here. Played a lot of these. We can't get too low here on these props. Does Dabble run any promos? Not really. They're supposed to be... I think that PrizePicks supposed to be dropping some promos today. I don't think that they have just yet. So, I mean, let's see. Let's see. Hold on. See if we can build out a slip here. Oh, that's not good. Torkelson left on first base after a sac fly. Gotta love it. All right, so we could build out a slip, right? So I just put in what I would play if I was building out a slip right now. Their fair odds percent to hit. Remember, we need above 54.3+% fair odds percentage on each individual leg. So the average, percent odds to hit of each individual leg in this slip, 5 or 6 man flex, to be over that 54.3%. Taking into consideration that, we still get this at 54.48%. So we could build out a plus EV slip right now based off of what we... Okay, never mind. No, we can't. Never mind. Stuff moved. We don't got it anymore. Well, there's that. Yeah, some of the value's gone now in Gafford. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a. I don't think I've ever seen a. Ooh. Riley Green flied out. My boy Spencer Torkelson just gonna die on first base. Just gonna die on first. My boy ain't scoring from first. I'll tell you that. He's not scoring from first. All right, too locked in over there. Great way to donate $1. Yeah, $1 to 1K. Those slips. I mean, here's a good play on Dabble at the moment. Here, let's check the middling tool. Oops, middling tool. So I mean, there could be some value on Dabble. Let's maybe build out a Dabble slip real quick. Right, if we start off with Dante DiVincenzo, under 2.5 blocks plus steals. And then if we look at the middling tool, we got Steph Curry off by a full 3-point attempt, right? You got 3 DFS apps set in a line. Dabble's a little bit higher. Jalen Brunson off by 1 3-point attempt. So we could take Steph Curry under 12 3-pointers made, or sorry, 3-pointers attempted. And then we could take Brunson over 7, right? So you could take that. DiVincenzo, under 2.5. It's if you want to. Like, these more niche props, I haven't really seen too much success with. But there is slight value. You can clearly see that they are one higher. It's obviously some push potential there. All right. Well, Spencer Torkelson tried. He tried for us. He got on first and he got the man over the third. Could have used that RBI, but now he should get at least one more at bat. Should get one more at bat. Be all right. He's back for the 340 game. Big Daddy Torque. He's back for the late game. All right, I think that might be it. Better has discounts, actually. Hang on. Does Better have value? Let me check that first. Not really. Not really. Mason Wynn over 0.5 hits. I mean, I would just play whatever the discount is. Let's see. Whatever the discount is. Unless you wanted to wait for some better value, that might pop up. Nothing really good on Underdog right now. Oh, it's a free dynamic play. Get your entry back. Is that right? Or no, that's already happened, I think. Oh, Sorka? over 2.5 pitching outs. Is there different ones? Steph Curry, it could be. Hang on. Steph Curry over 22.5 points. So you could do Steph Curry, and then I would just take these top 4 plays right here, toss it in a slip. Right here. These top plays. Stoozy, under 2.5 shots on goal. Mason Wynn, over 0.5 hits. Kyle Palmieri, over 0.5 player points. And then Johnny Goodrow, over 0.5 points as well. Call it a day right there. Or you could wait for some more value to pop up, some better value, right? With injury news, lineup news, in NBA that would happen later today, although it's not a huge slate all the way around, baseball or NBA. You could wait for that and see if some better value pops up, if somebody gets ruled out or somebody gets ruled starting, something of that nature, and then get those plays in. All right. That is going to be it for the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we have some slips that do end up hitting. Remember, if you guys want access to the tools, linked in the description of this live stream, you guys can get access to Daily Grind Fantasy, but that is going to be it. Peace. Love you guys.